Okay, it seems I'm live. Just need to check if my video is properly there and also the audio part. Okay, it seems I'm live. Okay, everything looks good. So welcome back to another live session. Yes, we are starting with the blockchain live series. We're going to learn about how do you make applications on blockchain. So normally we call them as dApps. Okay. And one more thing, today we are also going to do Mentee. That's right, the quiz is back. But in a different format, we have made some changes so that there should not be a competition where people want to hack to win. Okay, so we have changed some setting there. Okay, so basically we are doing this live session. Now, basically, what's the idea behind this entire series? So before we start, I just want to talk about the intention of this series. See, the thing is, I have been working on blockchain from a long time. Initially was working on private and now moved to public. So I'm currently working on both basically. And then in public as well, we are focusing more on Ethereum. And then I've also explored some other blockchains. And you have seen those videos before, right? So we have worked with Neo, then Subquery, and what else? We have also done with Corda, right? And then we had a Hyperledger Fabric. So we have all those series. Now the thing is, in general, when you talk about blockchain technology, it's very new to the market, right? It's not everyone knows about it. And then even if some people knows about blockchain, they don't understand the power of it. They just feel, hey, that's only cryptocurrencies, or it's only for NFTs. That's not the case. Blockchain is here to change a lot of stuff. One of the most important is trust issue. So it is solving the trust issue. It is removing the mediators from the thread. And of course, there are a lot of advantages, and you will find those advantages later, and we'll talk about it. Now, is it a good time to start with blockchain? The answer is actually we are late. We were supposed to learn blockchain 2 years back. And in fact, when I was talking about blockchain, and then I used to get some comments, hey, we don't have enough jobs in the market. We don't have, it's just a hype. See, you have to understand this. Every new technology, when it is coming to the market, people will call it as a hype. In fact, when the internet came in 1980s, people were thinking, hey, that's a hype. No one is going to use internet in future. And now we can't live without internet. Same went for AI. We thought, hey, AI cannot replace humans, but if you can see, a lot of jobs are being replaced because of AI software. The same thing is happening with blockchain. Now, blockchain is new, that's true, but then it's actually changing a lot of things in the market. And in future, most of the applications which you're going to work on will not be working on Web 2, it will be working on Web 3. As a user, you might not even be knowing, are you working on Web 3 or Web 2? As a user interface, it will be similar. Yes, there might be some changes because now in Web 3, you'll be having more power as a user. And do we have enough jobs? Trust me, there are a lot of openings for Web 3 available. The only thing is they need people who are skilled. You should know at least basics of blockchain to apply for a job. You can't simply go there by saying, hey, I want a blockchain job, or I want to be a Web3 developer. No one will hire you. You need to have some basics. So I'm just trying to create a market where, not exactly a market, but then what do you say? I'm just trying to aware people that there's a technology which is blockchain and you can do a lot of different stuff. Now, instead of just talking about it, why don't we just develop some application? Why don't I teach you how to make an application? And plus, if you learn it, how will you implement it? And for that, we are arranging multiple hackathons. Yeah, so we are hosting multiple hackathons, and the first blockchain hackathon, which is offline, and I guess it will be one of the biggest hackathon in India. It is happening in Bangalore on 23rd of July. And I guess you have seen the trailer for this video. If not, check out the channel. You will get the update on the upcoming hackathon. Now, in this series, basically, we are going to spend we will spend enough time so that you can build application, at least the basics of it. Now, once you learn that, you can participate in this hackathon for free. Plus, you should not be there to win. Of course, if you know blockchain, if you have worked on dApp applications, that's great. But if you are new to the blockchain world, even if you watch this series, actually, at least you can participate in the hackathon. And trust me, it will give you a very different experience. Don't just learn stuff, implement it. And hackathon is a good way. So of course, for that, you have to watch the video, which is the blockchain hackathon. You can check the playlist, or you can check the videos and you will find the hackathon announcement. Okay, cool. Okay, so even if you don't have experience in Web 2, that's completely fine. You can learn Web 3 as a new thing. right? And yeah, so keep your basics clear and it should be good. Now, how do we register for the hackathon? You can find the link in description. That's where you can register for the hackathon. Link is there, right? Okay, cool. So now let's start with the first thing. In fact, before we start with the actual concepts, let's do a quick Mentee so that everyone will join. And let me know in the chat window if you're excited for Mentee. So I have Mentee ready here. Just need to... Okay, will there be further shortlisting? Might be if we get more, because we have limited space there, right? So we are expecting around 200 registrations and 250 or maybe more than that. We have good amount of space. And if we get more than that, then there will be shortlisting. But don't worry, once you register, you will get the call from the office. Okay, so it's time to start with the Mentee and then we can go with the actual topics. So you can use you can join Mentee to play a game, and you can use different way of joining it. Either we can use this the QR code you can just scan from a mobile phone, and otherwise you can also use the link here. Here's a link. I can't find the link. The link is there in the description, right? Mentee link. Okay, you can find the Mentee link in description and also sharing that in the chat. So you can use that link and you can join this Mentee, or you can just go to mentee.com and mention that code and you'll be in. So once you are in the inside the Mentee, just put a chat, put I'm into Mentee in the chat section so that I will know that you are in. So I'm just waiting for everyone to join this Mentee, everyone. Awesome. So a lot of people already joined Mentee. So for everyone else, you can just scan the QR code or you can go to mentee.com, mention the code. The code is 15736599. Otherwise, you can you can find the link in description or in the chat to join the Mentee. Awesome. Soumya is asking, sir, how much will be learning in this series? So basically, we are going to learn enough so that you can make applications. And apart from the series, I will give you some assignments to work on. I will give you some tools to work on so that you can learn it better. Now, if you're getting confused, we're not going to start with the Java series or continue the Java series. We are going to do in alternate days. So today we are doing blockchain. Mostly tomorrow we'll do the Java next part because I will be traveling tomorrow. So I will find some time and I can do the Java series or Java live session. Okay, so Devesh, Mentee is basically a game where I will ask you some questions and you can answer. Okay, what's the course duration? You're talking about the current course? So maybe we'll do this course till 21st of July, whatever we can cover. We only have 10 days, or in this 10 days, we can take around 5 to 6 sessions. Are we saying, is this series same as blockchain course? No, the blockchain course is very in-depth. You can see there are multiple. If you see the syllabus for the blockchain course, you can find the link in the chat, pinned chat. So blockchain course has in a lot of content. We talk about the basics of blockchain, Ethereum, Solana. Solana is not there. Polygon. Then we are going to talk about Polkadot. So the course is huge. The live session which we are doing is only for you to get ready for the hackathon. Now, where you will find the hackathon link, it should be in description. You will find the description. There's a link for the hackathon registration. Awesome. And I can see a lot of people already joined Mentee. So what I can do is I can just start this. And here we go. So I hope you're excited for the first. Again, this is not a quiz type thing we are doing now. It is more of a MCQ where you will not see the answer. So I guess this is a good way of you to not hack it. Let's see. So again, not a quiz, but I just want to understand from where you're watching this. Don't mention your name, mention the city where you are. Name your city. So majority I can see is from Hyderabad. Because Bangalore, we have a confusion, right? Which spelling to use. So use a new one so that it will be up. And Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, Pune, Bangalore, Indore, Kolkata. That's great. Kolhapur. What else? Jaipur, Tirupati, Jammu. Awesome. Udupi, Amravati. Cool. Come on, you can also join Mentee. You can just go to mentee.com and mention that code, which is 15736599. Don't mention that in the chat. Mention that on the Mentee from which city you are. Nizamabad also. Awesome. Vizag, Nellore, Wada, Chembur. You're from Chembur? No? Okay. Cool. So now, so I know from where you're watching this, let's go for the next question. Now, before we start this series, I want to know how much blockchain you know already. So what is blockchain? So if you don't know what is blockchain, you can say, what is blockchain? If you are someone who thinks blockchain is more of cryptocurrency and then you invested in cryptocurrency, just because I was saying blockchain is a future, you thought I'm saying crypto is a future and then you went into crypto. So you can say that. Otherwise, you can say build smart contract. Great. And if you are expert in blockchain, just say I am Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, all info is asking, after watching this, can we make project on blockchain? Yes, you can build applications. Okay, majority of you are saying that you don't know blockchain. That's great. So it will be good for me to teach you that. Awesome. Only 8 people are expert in blockchain here, and then 21 people, they lost their money in crypto. I'm sad for you. Even I lost a bit. Built smart contract, 32 people. So you have already worked on blockchain. That's great. And the best thing is we are hiring blockchain developers. So if you are into blockchain, if you want to work with us, send an email on connect@telescore.com, or you can just go to Aniron website and you can apply there. Okay, so is there any prerequisite for this series? Yes, we'll talk about that prerequisite in some time. What will the duration of this live videos? 1 hour every alternate days, Monday to Friday. Okay, so majority of you don't know blockchain, so let's talk about it, and then just a small quiz just to understand what is your knowledge is all about. So what is blockchain basically? Okay. Majority of you are saying fourth option, and we'll discuss the right answer here. We don't have the quiz layout, we don't have leaderboard this time. Does your friend teaches in Siraj Juhu? Not sure. What is his name? I want to be a blockchain developer. That's great. Raj, that's great. Okay, so majority of you are saying it is a distributed ledger on a peer-to-peer network, and that is correct. So blockchain is not a currency, okay? So blockchain is basically a technology on which you have multiple applications. Now, crypto is one of the applications you have here. Okay, so basically, it's not a currency. You have a layer on top of blockchain, which is an application, and that is currencies, cryptocurrencies. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, then we have Luna. We have so many blockchains available there, right? So many currencies there. Now, it is not a centralized ledger. So ledger is basically a way you can store data. Imagine a book where you mention everything. That's your ledger. Maybe you can imagine as your bank statement. So your bank statement is one of the ledger. And we are not going for a centralized ledger the way we have banks. We are going for a decentralized ledger. And blockchain is not a type of cryptocurrency. blockchain is a technology on which cryptocurrency runs or works. Awesome. Now let's go for the next question. So right answer for this question is the fourth option. Let's go for next. Which of the following are the pillars of blockchain? Is it transparency, immutability, decentralization, or all of the above? Okay, Gaurav is asking, will the concept being taught during the Java class can also be applied in blockchain development? That is right. The thing is, when you make applications on blockchain, we basically call them as dApps, and we basically build smart contracts. So if you know other languages like Java, C++, JavaScript, Python, it will be easier for you to learn blockchain development. And that's one of the prerequisites for this series. I'm expecting you to know at least one language. I don't want to teach you what is variables, what is functions. Okay, that's something I'm assuming that you know. If you don't know complete blockchain, I mean, if you're very new to the development world, you can check out the course. But if you know something about, Python, you know what is variable, functions, enough. You can continue with this series. Okay, majority of you saying all of the above, and that is correct. So with the help of blockchain, you achieve transparency, you achieve immutability, and you achieve decentralization. Basically, you achieve everything. Cool. Okay, now again, if you want to join this Mentee, I can see only a few people are joined. If you want to join this Mentee, you can just scan this QR code from your mobile phone, or you can go to mentee.com and mention this code. That's how you can join this. Okay, Rakshada is asking, is this blockchain course for free? Yes, the series which we're doing on YouTube, it is free. Okay, Kongzilla is asking, which language will this course will be implemented? We are going to learn Solidity programming. Okay, Krish Nayak is here. Thank you so much for joining, sir. I'm also participating. Awesome. Okay, so now let's go for the next question. Which mechanism is used to encrypt and decrypt data? Is it data flow, cryptography, algorithm, none of the above? Okay, even my surgery has joined. Oh, that's awesome. So we got big celebrities joining this live session. Thank you so much everyone for joining. So we got Krish Nayak, my surgery. Any other influencer have joined this live? Let me know. We should do this one Mentee together again. We did that last time and it was fun. Okay, when Sanjeevan is here. Cool. Okay, how many rounds are there in Hackathon? In only one round. You'll be getting 24 hours to solve a problem. And if you can do that, that will be done. Again, if you want to participate in the Hackathon, use a link below and you can participate. Okay, so question is which mechanism is used to encrypt and decrypt data? So basically, on the internet, if you send any packet, if you send a data, example, even if you fill a form by entering your name and phone number, which you think is not important. See, first of all, privacy is very important. If you go to a shop and when you try to buy something, even if you go to a medical shop and when you do the checkout, they ask your name and mobile number. And we think that it is compulsory to share our information. And then we give it your phone number and name, right? The first problem is it is not a good idea to share your details with anyone. Of course, they will call you, they will message you. Apart from this, your data is your data. Don't just share with anyone. If it is compulsory, like government proof or something, then you can share. Otherwise, if you go to a shop, it's not a compulsion. You can just skip those things. But let's say if you are filling an online form, but before that, okay. Awesome. So yes, I was talking about this, right? So if you fill an online form and when you submit your details, when you submit your name, phone number, or any details in general, that data goes from the client machine to the server in a plain text. What is plain text? Anyone can read it, right? So let's say the packet is going from this end to this end. anyone can in between can see the data, right? It's that simple. But what if you don't want anyone to see your data? At least you can't stop anyone to see your data. But what you can do is you can encrypt it. Example, I don't know if you do this, let me know in the chat window. So in my childhood, in my area especially, so they used to create another languages, different language. I don't know, so a language which they call as a R language, S language. So they used to add extra syllable in between the words. So instead of saying Naveen, they used to say Narvin. So Narvin or something. So they used to add extra syllable in between. So what they are doing is they are trying to, that they're encrypting the text so that someone who is listening in between will not be able to follow what you're saying, right? Right, so that's the idea. So you encrypt. So as a sender, I will encrypt a message with a key. Maybe a key can be R or S, and the receiver will be receiving that message which is encrypted. So on the receiver end, we need to decrypt it, right? So it's like encrypting on my side and decrypting on the other side. So this is possible with the help of cryptography. And when I say blockchain is safe, blockchain is secure, it is done with the help of cryptography. It's one of the most important thing in blockchain. Okay. Is it numbers language? Okay. Yeah, code language. That's right. Okay. It's not just me. You have also done that. Cool. Cryptography is not for decrypt, right? No. So everything, encryption, decryption, everything comes as a part of. Yeah. So they are the part of cryptography. And again, if even if you say algorithm, that is correct because we use algorithms here to encrypt and decrypt message. But the entire concept is called cryptography. Cool. Now let's go for the next question. So when I say encryption, in fact, we have already talked about it. Now, come on, give it a guess. So what is encryption? And by the time you're giving the answer, let me take up some questions in the chat. Okay, Krishna is saying, "Ab sabka blockchain developer banega apna Naveen bhai." That's true. I'm trying my best. Please plan some hackathon in Delhi too. Harman, let's see if I can do that. Currently, we are trying to cover everything in Bangalore. We have some more locations lined up in Mumbai and Hyderabad. We'll also plan for in Delhi sometime. Okay, Ayush is saying in college we have encrypted names. That's right. Okay, so majority of you are saying the first option, and that is correct. Is it the correct answer? Where is the votes? Oh, that's here. Okay. So yeah, so the first option is correct, which when you put data or text into a code, making it difficult to read or understand. That's true. So basically, we do encryption. On the other side, we do decryption. Awesome. And with this, let's go for the next question. So before that, again, if you want to join, if you have just joined this live session, if you want to join this Mentee, scan the QR code and then you'll be in. Okay, now Kongzilla is asking, why can't someone decrypt a message in between? That's in middle. That's a very good question. Now for that, you have to watch my blockchain basic series. Okay, we'll talk about it from where you will learn all this stuff. And yeah. Okay, come on everyone, hit that like button. Monogaming says 200 likes. So that's right. I will go for the next question once we reach 200 likes. Come on, hit that like button, everyone. Okay, great. So we have crossed 200 and let's go for the next question. So after two questions, again, we'll set a new bar. Okay. So which of the following is an encrypted text? Is it ciphertext, algorithm, plain text? Which of the following is an encrypted text? So what do you call it? Okay, Shrikant is asking what made you to choose blockchain. See, the thing is, as a YouTuber, as an educator, as a technological enthusiast, I try to explore multiple technologies. I have worked on Java, web frameworks, enterprise frameworks, big data, Python, web development using Python, JavaScript, Node.js, and then some part of machine learning at the beginner level. And then when I went for blockchain, that's when I looked at blockchain technology, of course all the other technologies are great. The only thing is everyone was talking about it. Blockchain is something which no one talks about, right? And that's why I thought it's a technology which has huge potential, but then people are using it in a wrong way. So I'm trying just to show that in a proper way. That's one reason. Second reason is blockchain technology has some inbuilt technologies. Like I have worked on distributed computing. So blockchain has distributed computing. I have worked on cryptography. Blockchain has cryptography. So whatever technology I was knowing, blockchain was having all those things. So it just clicked, and I see this is a future. Okay, so majority of you are saying ciphertext, and that is correct. So basically, whenever you encrypt a message, the message which you get is called a ciphertext. Okay, so what does a asymmetric encryption use? So by the time you're doing that, answering that, we have a question from Shubham. How you learned blockchain technology? Oh, it was hard for me because when I started in 2018, there was not a lot of resources available. I was reading documentations. I even bought some books. But then the problem with blockchain technology is if you buy a book, in next 3 to 4 months, it is outdated. Right. So it took me a lot of time to actually understand the new technology because every technology, every blockchain has its own documentation. So I referred that, and yeah, so that's how I learned it. Okay, Sunil Reddy is asking, why do you think blockchain is a future? See, okay, for that actually you have to watch my videos, because if we deals with all those questions, we'll not be able to cover the entire Solidity, at least to build application. So I will give you an assignment today after this live session, and then you can do that. You will get all your answers. Okay, so what does asymmetric encryption uses? So majority of you are saying private key and public key, and that is correct. Now to explain this, let me just go back to my screen here. So just to explain what is cryptography. So what happens, we have a text here. So we have a plain text. So we have a plain text here. And then if I want to send this plain text from one computer to another computer here over the network. So this is a network here. And if I want to send a message, so this is internet. So if I want to send this message to this machine here from A to B, the problem here is someone from the internet will be having a machine and they will be able to decrypt the message, or they can see the message. If this data is getting passed from this machine to this machine, anyone can see the message. So what we want is we don't want anyone to see the message. So we'll encrypt this message. So we'll encrypt this message with a new packet, and it will be having something which no one can read. So this is basically encrypted. Okay, so this is your plain text which anyone can read. This is your ciphertext. This is plain text, this is ciphertext. Now this ciphertext actually goes to the client location. So this ciphertext goes to the client location over the internet, and then on the client side, basically you will get on the same file again, but again your receiving person will also not able to read the message. So in that case, because again this is a ciphertext, so what we have to do is we have to convert that into a plain text again, right? So this process of converting this process is basically called, I don't know if you can see that. This is called encryption. And on this side, on the client side, we call this as decryption. Now, basically, we can use two different keys here. So basically, we have a technology where when you say encryption, we need to use a key here. Now, this key will be similar. So let's say if I use a key which is K1, now the same key will be used for the encryption, and the same key will be used for the decryption. Now we call it as a symmetric key cryptography because we are using the same key. But then what if you want to use a different key? Again, using the same key will be having an issue. The issue would be, what if you have another network, another computer in the network? So let's say this is C, and you also want to send message from A to C. In this case, what type of key you're going to use? Will you use the same key, which is K1? The problem is, if you use the same key, then anyone can see that, right? Even B knows what your K1 key is. So in that case, we are going to use a separate key. Maybe this time we can use K2. Now imagine if you have, every time you have a new computer, you will be using a different key, and which will be, you have to manage, but basically you have to manage multiple keys. So in that case, we have another thing which we can use here, which is called asymmetric cryptography. So asymmetric key cryptography. So basically what we have is, we have two different keys here. We have a private key and we have a public key. So every node, so let's say if we talk about C, C will know its private key. Only C will be knowing it. No other person can know C's private key, right? And then in the network, everyone will know C's public key. Okay, so basically we use two different keys. Now, why do we need, how it works? That again, for that you have to watch my video. So I will share the link of the videos for the, as a prerequisite. Okay, so basically we use two different keys here. And with this, we are going for the next question. So that's right. Next target, 300 likes. Okay, people who have enrolled for the blockchain course. So Gaurav is asking, anyone who is enrolled for the blockchain course, do they have to go through the blockchain basics first? No. In the course, it is 6 months live course, so you don't have to learn the basics. We'll teach you the basics during the course. Okay, so again, if you want to join this Mentee, I'm just pausing it here. Please join the Mentee. Okay, so let's go for the next question. What is a node? So in the blockchain, what is a node? Okay, most of you already answered it. A computer on a blockchain network, okay, an exchange type of a cryptocurrency, and a centralized network. Okay, Siddharth is saying extremely basic question. That's what for this series. So basically, this is basically a prerequisite for the course. So if you want to enjoy the course, if you know this thing, you can attend my live sessions. Okay, majority of you are saying first option, and that is correct. So basically, what is node? So in a blockchain network, you'll be having multiple computers, and each computer is called a node. But why do we need to use multiple computers? Again, for that, you have to learn the basics. Okay. Next question. A blockchain is secured by. So what do we use to secure the blockchain network? Okay, complete this question. I'll be back in a minute. Great. So majority of you are saying hash code, and that is correct. So basically what you have is you have a pin code, which we don't use for the encryption, or we don't use to secure it. We use something called a hash code. Now again, you need to learn all these things before we start your session. So I will tell you how to learn this. And do we have some more questions? Okay, what are the potential? So the right answer for the earlier question was hash code. What are the potential application of blockchain? So where we can use blockchain? This is the last question. Where do you think we can use blockchain? So I guess I saw some of the questions in the chat. Hey, where do we use it? This is where we use it. So we can use blockchain for everything. Think about health records. In fact, I will share the video of that. So basically, blockchain applications can be used in all the sectors, and it is actually a need of the hour. It's very important for us now to actually use this technology in multiple sectors. Okay, Shubham is saying, I have enrolled in the blockchain course and tagged also in Instagram. Excited to learn from you, sir. Oh, that's awesome, Shubham. Average package for blockchain developers a fresher. So you watch my blockchain course video, the introduction video, we have talked about the package as well. Okay, so yeah, that's about this Mentee. I hope you enjoyed. So the correct answer was it can be used everywhere. Awesome. So that was a Mentee. Now question arises, how do we start with this course? How do we learn from this course? See, the idea, again, let me repeat the idea for the video, for the course. I'm here to teach you blockchain live on YouTube, and we'll be doing around 6 to 7 sessions. Now in these sessions, I will teach you Solidity programming on Ethereum so that you can build applications. Now I'm making you ready for the upcoming hackathons. Okay, the next hackathon is on 23rd of July, and trust me, you can be a part of this hackathon, and you will find the link of the of registration in the description. And also I have uploaded a separate video on when this hackathon is and what is required. Again, there is no registration charges, and the winning team will get, so the first winning team will get 2 lakh rupees, second winning team will get 1 lakh rupees, and the third winning team will get 50,000 rupees. Apart from this, most of the participants, in fact 200 participants, will get NFTs, and total worth of this NFT is $2,000. Okay, so it will be a huge event coming up on 23rd of July. So make sure you participate there. And you don't have to be expert to participate. You can simply learn. You can attend these live sessions, and that will be enough to come there to compete. I'm not guaranteeing you that you will win, but come on, at least you get the experience of how do you build application in 24 hours. It will have a different vibe. And I hope you have seen the earlier hackathons, you have seen the vibe there. Okay, cool. Now, how do we learn this? So basically, to continue this series, you have to learn the basics of blockchain. And I've already talked about this before. So in the description, you will find a link for the blockchain basics. Okay, you have to watch these, you have to watch not all videos. Even if you watch till Ethereum smart contract or Ethereum, that will be enough to continue with the series. And in that series, I have talked about the basics of blockchain. What is blockchain? What is cryptography? What is Merkle tree? What is node and everything? So once you watch that series, you will be good to join. What's the last date for registration? Again, we are going for the first come, first serve. So get registered, and you can learn in that. We have even 10 days now, and you can learn that in 10 days. Okay, cool. Now, basically, we are going to learn Solidity, right? Now, for that, what you have to do is you need to do some setup. So in this video or in this live session, let's do the setup, and the actual coding will start from the next session. So basically, we are going to build applications or decentralized application on Ethereum with the help of Solidity programming. And there will be a lot of learning in this series. I might go a bit fast. I'm assuming that you know at least one programming language. And following this channel, you might have learned at least Python, Java, JavaScript, at least the basics of it. I'm not saying you have to be expert in these languages. Even if you know what is for loop, while loop, variables, functions, enough, you're good to go. Yeah, this will be happening in Bangalore. Anyone can come for the hackathon. There's no restrictions. You can travel from anywhere. Okay, so there's also a location link in the description. You can check it out. So basically, we'll do this setup for Solidity here. And for that, let me share my screen. So basically, we are going to use some extensions, some softwares. The first thing you need in your machine is a browser. It can be Chrome, it can be Firefox, it can be Brave browser. Okay, except Microsoft browsers. I love all the other browsers. Okay, nothing against Microsoft now, but anyway. So we are going to use Brave here, but you can also use Chrome. And the first thing you need in this is an extension. Okay, now what extension I'm talking about? See, when you talk about a blockchain or when you talk about a blockchain which is Ethereum, Ethereum is a public and private both. But then if you talk about a public blockchain, for every transaction, you need to deal with the tokens or you need to deal with some currencies. And to manage that, the first thing you need in your machine is a wallet. So which is a famous wallet? We are going to use MetaMask. So just go to MetaMask. And this is the first software you need. So make sure that before the next session, you watch the entire playlist. In fact, let me show you the playlist as well here. Okay, not you, YouTube. And on YouTube, just search for Telescope blockchain. Okay, this series I'm talking about. So make sure that you watch this series because in this series we're going to talk. So I've already talked about what is Web3, why blockchain. In fact, some of the questions were why do we even need blockchain? There's an answer here. If you want to know what is blockchain, there's an answer here. What is blockchain? If you want to know cryptography, cryptography is there. Then we have data signature. What is node? What is hashing? What is Merkle tree? Blockchain architecture. And then it also goes for proof of work, consensus, Ethereum basic, smart contract. In fact, you don't need to learn this because anyway, we are going to cover this in this course. And yeah, that should be enough. So learn till this point. Okay, you will find the link for this series in the description. Okay, so we have current viewers as 255. Never expected someone will be watching blockchain series with this number count. Good job. So when you talk about other technology like Python, JavaScript, or even Java, so we have a lot of viewers there because everyone want to learn about it. Blockchain getting this number of views. Good job. Awesome. So yeah, this is the thing you have to learn, and we are still live, right? I can't see any messages here. Hey, if you can see me, just message something in the chat. I can't see any upcoming messages. Okay, blockchain is still slow. Yeah, that was earlier. Bitcoin is slow, but then if you talk about the upcoming blockchains, they are way faster. Okay. The blockchain course will be happening with the help of Zoom medium, and the live course will be happening with the help of, or the free series which we're doing it is on YouTube. Okay, Paul says, I'm coming to Hackathon. It's 400 kilometers. See you there, Paul. Okay, now once you have learned this, you can just go back and you can install MetaMask. So this is your assignment again. So you have to install MetaMask. So go to metamask.io and click on download. It supports multiple browsers, and we are doing it for Brave, which is actually built on Chromium. So we can choose for Chrome and install MetaMask. In fact, on my machine, I already had MetaMask. I removed it for this video or for this live session. It might take some previous data, I'm not sure. Awesome. So you can see my MetaMask is installed, and you can play with this favicon here. What do we call? Mascot of MetaMask. Cool. So what is MetaMask? So MetaMask help you connecting to the Ethereum and decentralized web. Okay. And if you can see in your extensions, you will be getting MetaMask there. What you can do is you can just pin it so that it will not be jumping around. So you can see we got a MetaMask, and this is your wallet. So basically whatever cryptocurrency you have, you can put that here in this wallet, but don't put your real currencies, because in the earlier case, I heard that someone was able to hack MetaMask. Maybe they revealed their private key to someone. So make sure that you don't reveal or don't put your money in MetaMask, real money. But in this series, we're going to use fake money. What if I can give you 1 Ether? How about 100 Ethers? What's the price of 1 Ether now? What is the price of 1 Ether? It should be around 60,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. I'm not sure. Okay, Pratham is saying almost 2 movie theaters are learning blockchain. Oh, that's great. 90,000 rupees. Okay. So what if I can give you 100 Ethers, which is, what's the amount? Almost a crore. Okay, cool. So basically, let's get started. And here, if you already have a wallet, you can just use it here. But then since we are learning, we can create a new wallet. Click on that, and then you can have to say agree, don't have a choice, and create a password. And I will not tell you my password here. It even doesn't matter. Okay, so I got my account set up, and then it will show you a secure phrase here. So what if you use your wallet and then you forgot your password, or not password, but if you forgot your private key? In this case, you can use the secret words to reveal it or to get it. Now, this is a key which you should not be sharing with anyone. Okay, let me repeat. This is a keyword phrase which you should not share with anyone. And I'm doing that on the internet, that too on YouTube, which says broadcast yourself. Good job, Naveen. But then I'm not going to use this thing. Don't worry. So this wallet is just for learning purpose. I'm not using this wallet. So even if you have got the same thing, your choice. Awesome. So let's say, so this is a phrase. What I will do, I will just copy it and paste it with me so that I can use it later. Okay. And say next. Now it will verify your key once. So what I will do is I will just click on the same phrase which I was used. Pool, female, ticket, tackle, clown. Okay, this is something which takes time. Again, you have to do this only once, so don't worry. Pitch, trouble, made, rate, will strike. Okay. Okay, done. So my MetaMask is set up. And you can see now you know my password, you know my private phrase. You can steal all my Ethers, which is 0 in this case. Bad luck. Okay, Gaurav is saying, I have noticed that many places they mention that to have a web developer experience before you can learn Web3. Actually, see, if we talk about making a web application on Web3, then yeah, you need a front end and all those experience. But then blockchain is not just about web applications. It's more about what's happening in the back end. So for everything else, you don't need front end knowledge or web development knowledge. Okay, so as you can see, I got 0 Ethers, but then we want some Ethers to work with, because in the entire series, when we do any programming, any transactions, we have to pay a fee. Again, why we have to pay a fee, that we'll discuss later. But as of now, we have to pay a fee and we don't have money. So you have to take out a few money from your account. You have to buy at least 1 Ether or 0.1 Ether, which will cost you around 9,000 rupees. Not exactly. See, you got 0 Ethers in the mainnet. So basically, on the Ethereum network, we can create the fake network as well, or test networks. So as you can see here, okay, where's the setting? I need to enable all the other, okay, show test networks. Cool, I got also all the networks. Okay, so basically you can see this is Ethereum mainnet. And in this mainnet, there are multiple transactions which is happening. Again, what is transaction? What is Bitcoin? What is blockchain? You have to watch the entire series, okay? So the next session we'll be doing on Wednesday. So you have 2 days to watch the entire series, and you will find the link in description. Make sure you watch it, and trust me, please trust me. If you attend the entire session, you'll be ready for the future. Even if you don't want to work on blockchain in the future, at least know the technology, and maybe you can say you have worked on blockchain networks or you have build some application. And for that, you have to watch a series. It's worth learning this series or watching this series. Okay, so basically this is the main network where you have all the transaction, but we are not going to use main network. We are going to use the Rinky test network, and we'll get some ethers here. Now, how exactly we're going to get ethers, because we have 0 ethers now, and we'll discuss everything in the next session. So in the next session, we are going to write our first Solidity programming code, and we'll build our first dApp, which is decentralized application. Okay, so make sure that you have this setup ready for the next session. And now it's time for me to take some questions. I wanted to talk more about today, but then I'm not feeling well. I guess there's some throat infection. And I just had a syrup, which is making me feel sleepy. Okay, NumSoul says, I think you need a moderator. I'm ready to take the responsibility. Hey, NumSoul, if you want to do that, please send a mail. We will need moderators for sure. Please send me a mail at connect@telescore.com. Okay, again, please participate in the hackathon, because that's how you will learn how to build applications. In fact, in the first 2 hours of the hackathon, which is 24 hours of hackathon, in the first 2 hours, there will be a workshop on blockchain, and I'll be conducting that workshop for the first 2 hours. In the first hour, I will talk about what is blockchain, basics of it. In the next hour, we'll build a small dApp, and then you can start with your project on the hackathon. Okay, Shubham says already know it. Test network doesn't work. Yeah, if you have watched my earlier videos, there was some issue with the faucet. But in this series, I will talk about how do we get the ethers for free. How to add Ringbit test network. Okay, let me just show you that. So even for me, I was not able to see this. So you will get an option here, which is show or hide test network. If you don't see this option, you have to go to settings and go to advanced, and there will be an option here which is called show test networks. Make sure that this is on. Okay, will blockchain affect AI? No, there are two different things. It will not affect. They will be running in parallel. Okay, so yeah, that's it from this live session. Make sure that you watch the playlist. You will find the link in description, and see you on Wednesday. We'll write our first smart contracts. Mentee will also be there. And let me know in the chat window, do you want Mentee the way we have done today? We'll not be doing that leaderboard part. So we'll do that. Sohit, sometime you need to travel to learn something. But maybe we'll arrange some hackathons in Delhi in some time. But as of now, we are doing in Bangalore. Don't wait for Delhi hackathon. Awesome. So yeah, that's about the introduction for today. From the next session, we are going to build the Solidity programming. Bye bye everyone. Thank you so much.